Hello everyone, Frey here. I've just completed one of the endgame contests on Shadowbringers, which is Titanium Extreme as Dark Knight. I thought now would be the best time to give my opinions on how I feel about Dark Knight level 80. Well, let's keep it simple. I think Dark Knight has one of the best improvements in 14. Like, the devs did a really good job on making Dark Knight feel balanced. Honestly, I was not happy with how Dark Knight felt during 4.0. It lacked a lot of utilities compared to Paladin or Warrior. In this short video, I'll give my thoughts on what I like and what I dislike about Dark Knight in 5.0. What I do like: no more Dark Arts. It no longer relies on Dark Arts for damage. Because back then, using Dark Arts for rotation was really, feels uncomfortable. Like, you didn't know what your rotation was and it uses up a lot of MP. It was one of the biggest issues that Dark Knight had back in 4.0. Yeah, MP is a lot more easier to manage now thanks to that. And also, Dark Side isn't a stance. So you don't have Dark Side on your hotbar anymore. It's a waste of space. So they finally got rid of it. So now you only have Grit. One of my favourite skills, Dark Missionary. So it gives a shield to everyone. So it reduces magic damage taken by self and thereby party members by 10%. It's amazing. The amounts of times I saved the whole party using this is countless. It's probably one of my favourite new actions for, like, added into Shadowbringers. Yeah, Grit does not reduce damage or increase defense. It only increases empathy now. So it doesn't matter. Like, back then, main tanks always do less damage because of Grit, but not anymore. You pretty much do the same damage as every tank now, off tank. Yeah, Quietus and Bloodspiller is amazing. Like, if you use Delirium with, well, pretty much Delirium is like the new inner release for, like, Dark Knight. So, like, you use Delirium and you just spam Bloodspiller or Quietus constantly. So, pretty much like Velcley for Warriors. So yeah, you can do it up to like 4 times. Pretty damn good. Blackest Night it's changed a lot now. Back then it increased your blood gauge, but not anymore. So basically you give Blackest Night to yourself or a party member, and if the shield is used up, it pretty much gives you a free, I think it was Dark Arts? Yeah, so it gives you a Dark Arts, and then you get free Edge of Shadow or Flood of Shadow, and it doesn't cost any MP. Yeah, amazing, isn't it, huh? I love it. Dark Knight has a knockback perfection. Paladin and Warrior had knockback perfections back then. Dark Knight didn't, so there's no way to... Oh, I'm about to get knocked off. Time to pop a cooldown, and then just don't get knocked off. Dark Knight has one now. So I think, yeah, so they finally added arm's length to all the tank's roll actions. So you can use arm's length now, and you won't get pushed off. Oh, I can't show it to you since I don't have much. Let me see if I can get some blood gauge. Just to show it off. Alright. I think that's 40, 70. So it costs 50 gauge. It has a 2-minute cooldown. So you can use Living Shadow. And you summon Frey from out of nowhere. So you have pretty much 2 versus 1. It feels like a Shadow Clone Jitsu, baby. Yeah! So you're pretty much doing double the amount of damage for around 24 seconds, which is really good. It's a good way just to do some extra damage for the time being. Unleash has its own combo, and it doesn't use up MP. So back then, Unleash was a way to pull, like, you usually use Unman, pull ads, and you have a chance of getting a free Unleash, but most of the time it isn't free, so it costs MP. But now it doesn't use up MP, and you can combo it with Stalwart Soul, and it's a good way to deal damage to a group of ads. And the best part is, it restores MP and also increases your blood gauge by 20. Mwah, beautiful. Okay, so things I don't like about the new changes in Dark Knight for 5.0. I actually quite like a lot of them, but there are a few things I don't like. Abyssal Drain feels kind of pointless if you're off tanking, honestly, because it's really good for when it comes to dungeons and you're putting like two group of ads that use Abyssal Drain to get your HP back. But when you're doing endgame duties and you're playing as off tank, it's kind of useless. It just deals 200 potency damage. Well, that's about it. There's nothing else. Like, I feel like there's a lot they should do something about that, but honestly, it's only good for main tanking dungeons, but for endgame duties it's kind of useless. Yeah, I also kind of do miss Dark Passenger as well. Dark Passenger was a old action where it's like a straight line AoE. Every combo with Dark Arts, it blinds all the enemies in front of you. It was really good, like, of course for dungeons, but it's not good for endgame content as usual. But it made the healer job a lot more easier when it comes to putting multiple groups in dungeons. Like, it's not important, but it's like one of my nitpicks. Things I would love to change about Dark Knight for future patches is I kind of wish they would. I wish they reduced the cooldown for Salted Earth. 90 seconds is kind of long, especially when it's only lasts of either increase the duration until like to 20 seconds, or reduce the cooldown from 90 seconds to maybe 60, like a minute. I think 90 is a bit too long, but other than that, I really like Dark Knight level 80. At the moment, I'm trying to get my Dragoon to 80 at the moment, and that's going pretty well. I really like the changes to Dragoon as well. Well, I'll talk about that in a future video. Right, that's about my opinions on Dark Knight in Shadowbringers. I'll see you guys later.